have a great pleasure to speak with Jocelyn Chong, who is based in Melbourne, Australia, and she's a business and financial coach. Hi, how are you today?
Good, Ed. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate this opportunity, and it's an honor to share in your Facebook group and the business passion that you are exploring globally. And I love, this opportunity to talk more about what I can contribute to your community and make a difference as well. I'm Jocelyn Chong. I'm the CEO of Sequoia. I'm a business and financial coach. I'm also a qualified financial advisor. And I've worked in many leadership positions in the last 20 years in the finance and banking community in Australia.
And let us know a little bit more like how you became business and financial coach. So what was your motivation behind? That was always your dream? That was your official education, or something happened in your life when you decided to start to be a business owner and support other people with their businesses and with their finance?
I had such an amazing journey. So all my life, I've been so privileged to grow up in a business environment. My grandfather had their own business. My great-grandfather had always set up businesses, and they have got an entrepreneurial spirit in their blood. So I have got that lineage and bloodline in my life. And at the age of 17, I had that deep calling one evening when I was speaking to a friend. And that calling to set up my own business had always been behind my mind. The last 20 years, I had the privilege of really working with a number of corporate banks in Australia. And having acquired a Bachelor of Commerce in accounting, I used all those experience, my skills, and serve a lot of clients, either one-on-one or one-to-many, and also led teams. And through that experience, I really succeed in leading, successful teams, helping businesses really transition themselves and make multiple six-figure or build businesses that actually generate $25 million and more. And then I did an MBA in Entrepreneurial Management. With that, I had completed that in 2015. I've always had that at the back of my mind because I help other people set up business really successfully, and I coach them. I help them build their structure. I gave them strong foundations. And last year, I felt that it was really time to set up my own business. And so I took the opportunity to register my own ABN in Australia. We call them the business number. And that was the start of my own entrepreneurial journey.
When you are working with your clients, how do you build the trust? How do you, serving them?
So I know that the trust, like, and know concept is such fundamental in our business. And the way I do that with all my clients is I really ensure that I listen to their needs. And by understanding and listening to them, I hear a lot of what they want to achieve. And sometimes the unspoken words of their tone, their body language that has not been spoken through yet. I can read that because I've seen that many clients in my life. And that privilege and that insight and that embedded skill set within me, I'm able to really draw that out of my client. And once I develop that, I help summarize what they really need and what they really want. And then I provide them the solution because I know what are their pain points, their frustrations, their disappointments, and how can I turn them into new appointments? How can I turn them from, a place where they are blocked into a starting block? I call a lot of them, how can you turn the failure into success? Because all those failures are part of life journey. And I help them uncover that and help them transition that from their point of pain to their point of joy. So I use that concept a lot. Also, I tell them a lot of stories about how I've transformed other people's businesses and relationships. I had, studied as well. As much as I coach someone, I'm also a real student. I continue to hire coaches to help me level up. And I continue to be part of a mastermind group, to be very active in a lot of groups such as this, that I really want to go out and serve and turn that opportunity into a greater level that, in COVID-19, it is an opportunity. I see that as an opportunity. I understand and empathize. A lot of people are going through different challenges. But at the same time, it is also an eye-opener that there are endless possibilities that we can really make a difference in all the businesses that I've seen and spoken to firsthand with all my clients.
And you also mentioned the COVID-19 and the crisis. What will be your recommendation for the all business owners? How people can protect themselves from the difficult time, or even prepare and see the brighter future?
A financial perspective and a strategy perspective, I really then help my clients reset their vision board. Because once they have clarity around their vision board, then they can visualize their success. Because pen to paper, we can see what are the areas that can really lift up the business. If you move the needle every single day by 1%, if you read the book by James Clear called Atomic Habits, if you move by 1% every single day, you are 1% better by the end of 7 days because you're 7% better. So I really engage my client in what can we move 1% a day? Because more likely is once you conquer 1%, you can conquer more. But 1% is a good starting point. And then when you have a clear strategy, how can we move the strategy? It's mindset work. In COVID-19, we think about scarcity because we fear. We are natural when we are in a place of uncertainty. There is an element of fear. But how can we move from fearfulness to fearlessness? Fearfulness to fearlessness. It is really true an art of digging deeper into our own world. Because at the end of the day, we are infinite beings. We've got possibilities, but we need people around us to support us, to champion us, to really cheer us on in our success. And from a strategy perspective, we craft out through the really simple concept called SMART goals. So SMART goals is spelled SMART. So specific, measurable, achievable, reasonable, and time-bound. And even if you put that sentence together, I want to increase my meditation from 5 minutes to 7 minutes by the end of 30th September. That's a good example to use. And if we move in that direction, we will then really help to shift everyone better in a state of mind from a COVID-19 perspective.
And you also mentioned the leadership is important. You're speaking with the business owners or with the CEO level of in a company, but however, they also have to communicate it with their teams. How you are helping them to communicate that vision and energy? How they can impact their teams to be on the same path?
I firmly educate them around the art of listening, because more often than not, your team wants to help you. I believe, and I truly believe, everyone comes to work every single day because they want to make a difference and they want to contribute. More often than not, communication is challenged or there's a conflict is because we don't listen to each other enough. And so pulling that back and dialing back as a leader to start to listen. In my country at the moment, redundancies is having every week, because businesses are shedding people and they are trying to think, how can I save money? And middle management is stripped off. And small business have to let go. Let's say if there's 12 people, they have to let go maybe a portion of that. How do they choose? And I think what I have been speaking into a lot of their lives is think about unique ways rather than stripping everyone off. Why don't you reduce everyone's hours to 25%? Because then you still keep employment. You still keep the talent, but you also keep them into your books, because at the end of the day, you invest so much into someone's career. And in return, they have given their time, their value, their knowledge, their skills, their passion to you. How can we work in a way that is smarter rather than stripping them off through redundancies? Listening is so important as a leader. It's the art of listening, because a lot of leaders listen to answer rather than listen to understand. Stephen Covey have a fantastic book. If you have not read that as the audience, read that, The Highly Successful Effective Habits. It is listen to understand. And if we take a moment, and it doesn't take long to listen to understand. In fact, if you do breathing techniques, it only takes you 2 minutes to really pause, and that 120 seconds enable you to really reset your mind, reset your heart rate. And if you listen fully intently to understand someone, the communication level increases more. Because a lot of people just want to be heard, and they want to make a contribution, and they want to make a positive difference. So from a communication point of view, we can truly help others throughout this phase to listen well, to really value the team contribution, to see unique ways of how we can provide for everyone else from a personal economy perspective and small business perspective.
My last question is related for the female empowerment and female entrepreneurship, because you're working with many organizations and corporations and also small business owners. How did you find the female entrepreneurs or female who are on the board helping company to succeed during this difficult time? Is there any specific difference between men and women, how they're managing the crisis? And if that's the case, can you share please with us so that other women also can learn from you?
Great question. Male and female work very differently throughout this pandemic period, and definitely something to acknowledge. And we are wired differently, so we want to honor masculine energy and feminine energy, and together that's where the whole world works really powerfully together. So in my observation, working with a lot of female leaders and female C-suites at the moment, what I empower them is learning to manage our emotions. So female are probably wired more emotionally than male. And what we need to is understand how we use our emotion for the good, feel the emotions, but knowing the place and the time to know how to manage that level of energy and then lead in a way that's truly authentic. So it's not faking it. I don't believe fake it till you make it, because it is not authentic. So there are place and time to be vulnerable and acknowledge that it is a time of pain, it is a time of frustration, but how can together we work this through? Together we think about our solution. Together we brainstorm the solution. What I do, I have a coach, and I also have a mastermind group that's all female. What we do is we really empower each other, and we don't backstab each other. We champion each other's launches. We champion each other's project. We share resources abundantly. We share and we find how we can speak live. One of the mastermind group that I was in yesterday, we just spoke, words of like, I am empowered. I believe in you. I believe that you can do this. And sending love to those who at this point in time may be low energy compared to others that have got higher energy, and just really resource them, either through books, through podcasts, through groups, that is going to help them get more empowerment. I had a group that I purely set up for 21 days of learning Deepak Chopra meditation. And that was a group where I invited a lot of females to just listen. It was a devotion of 15 minutes a day, and just really getting connected to nature, listening to the wind, to the sound of waves, to doing nothingness, to switching off social media, to just engage in the sunshine, to just walk for 15 minutes in a day and just enjoy that sunrise or sunset, and just be immersed in what the nature is calling us to just enjoy, and it's free to us. So I help those women get through that in a way that is purposeful for them, so that they then can be purposeful for their sphere of influence.
Thank you so much for sharing your talent and how you encourage your community. And of course, for all people who want to know more about Jocelyn, please check it out. We will list in the comments all the Facebook group and the website and everything what you would like to know, please be free also to reach to Jocelyn directly. Thank you so much. You can bring a lot of on in our community as well to help others to grow, and that's why we exist as a community. Thank you so much. Wish you great success, and to you and to all of your clients and community, and we will be in touch.
Thank you very much, Ed. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. And if you like the video, please subscribe and share the video with other people who you think might be inspired with Jocelyn's story. Thank you and see you soon. Bye.
Bye for now.